What's up? It's Trey Harris here, wide receiver for Los Angeles Chargers. And you're tuning in to Chargers Unleashed.
Welcome to another edition of Chargers Unleashed. Jake Hefner and Wolkenstein here with you from the LAFB Network. If this is your first time tuning in the show, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button on YouTube. You can also follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts. Dan Wolkenstein.
What?
Chargers fans everywhere, if you got up early on Sunday morning and you expected to see the Los Angeles Chargers playing a football game, collectively we were all disappointed because they left themselves in LA. They did not make the travel to New York. So sorry to say that everybody who was spectating wasted their time. And as Dan Wolkenstein said during our preview show on Saturday, he was talking about the PTSD moments and just those familiar feelings coming back just from Chargers losses in the past when they're set up for these certain type of situations. And today on Chargers Unleashed, those PTSD feelings can be summarized by Strymon and Garfunkel in the best possible way. Dan Wolkenstein, if you would.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Yeah, enough of that shit. Chargers lose in embarrassing fashion on the road to rookie quarterback Jackson Dart and the New York Giants. Fall to 3-1, but God damn it, it feels like the Chargers are 0-3 based on what you hear from the fandom of response on this Monday morning. Dan Wolkenstein, this was about as embarrassing as it gets. This was the perfect storm of no complimentary football, all three phases failing in so many different fashions, self-inflicted mistakes, guys not stepping up, offensive line in shambles, Justin Herbert making mistakes, Ladd McConkey not catching footballs, Jesse Minter's defense looking unrecognizable, special teams all over the place, penalties galore. I don't know who this Chargers team was. I really don't. And I actually have to apologize and backtrack off the things that I said because, Dan, you came on this show on Saturday, and not that you were expecting anything to happen, but you were saying, these reasons of why you're worried and this Chargers team falling into a trap game. And I politely retorted back to say, you know what? I get those feelings of PTSD, but Jim Harbaugh wasn't coaching the team during those periods.
This team's different.
Shit, that didn't matter, did it? And I was completely wrong. Oh boy, it's going to be a fun and funny and therapeutic episode of Chargers Unleashed today, everyone. I guarantee you. You guys came with the heat last week after the Chargers' great win over the Denver Broncos with 13 voicemails on the Chargers Unleashed hotline. You came right back with 13 voicemails after the embarrassing loss to the New York Giants. I cannot wait to hear the voice of Chargers fandom on this one. Dan Wolkenstein, I would ask how you're doing, but I'm pretty sure I know the answer.
Yep. This is certainly going to be a bit of group therapy as we go through. We have been there during the positive, during the negative, and we have done our best to stay even keel. We have done our best to try to stay honest, both positive and negative, praise and criticism when warranted. That will not change today. So if you're looking for some rose-colored glasses and optimism, there'll be some of it, but that's not what this show's about. We're going to stay in the reality, right? We're tethering this show to reality and what we have seen with our eyes, both past and present. That was ugly. That was ugly. And what makes it worse, to be honest, take away the injuries, like the Joe Alt thing. We're all bracing for that news. We'll see. Take away the miscues from this Chargers team. Take away the penalties and the self-inflicted take all that crap away. You just lost to a winless Giants team. Period. Add on top of that, they lose Malik Neighbors. Turns out to be a torn ACL. Awful. Sucks. Injury to the worst. And this rookie quarterback had a grand total of 111 yards passing, 54 yards rushing. That's what you lost to. You lost
Helps out
to
when you give him 2 interceptions that go inside the 10-yard line.
You lost to a team that had 250 total yards, 3.6 yards per play, sacked 6 times, but you gave up 14 penalties. Sure, the ball landed the other direction a few times. Like some of those interceptions, like the ball, sometimes you just have bad luck. But dude, we got some honesty to discuss here today. That was brutal. And through all of it, what made this more sickening for me, through all the self-inflicted mistakes, all that jazz, through all of the gnarliness, through those 3 quarters, when the fourth quarter came, the Chargers offense had 3 straight possessions to find a way to tie or win. Couldn't do it. And it wasn't one person's fault. This was a collective loss. So we'll get into it. Jake, before we do that, didn't really sleep great last night.
I'm sure you didn't.
Did you sleep any better than you have regularly? Because you typically don't either.
You know what? Strangely enough, when we came on this show on Saturday, I told you I slept like shit.
Yep.
I don't know if it was just for what I was doing after the Chargers game and me still continuing my 90 days of horror movie calendar that kind of just, put it out of my brain for what took place. Maybe my body just decided to end Sunday on a high note. But I actually slept pretty damn good last night, believe it or not.
Good for you.
All things considered, very strange. But yeah, I slept pretty good.
Good. I don't need to ask you how you're doing. I know how you're doing, just like I am. Jake, let's talk about our friends over at Sleeper, and let's get to some of these voicemails and feelings and interactions from this, because this is going to be brutal.
Yes, the NFL season is here, which means you now have a chance to win up to 1,000 times your cash on daily fantasy football with Sleeper. Football has never been more exciting than it is right now with players like Patrick Mahomes, Lamar Jackson, Justin Herbert, not last week. Pick on stats for these stars like touchdowns, passing yards, receiving yards, fantasy points, and more for up to 1,000 times payoff on Sleeper. Get your picks right and you can win big. Just use the promo code Chargers LAFB and you can get up to $100 match on your first deposit. Terms and conditions apply. See Sleeper's terms for use and details. Currently operating in over 25 states. Check out Sleeper today.
All right, Jake. Well, you talked about it. The hotline went crazy, so we're going to sprinkle this in throughout. Again, group therapy. We're in this together through good and bad.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
That's not going anywhere anytime soon.
Here we are. First voicemail getting call on the hotline 323-902-7586. Let's listen to the first one in no particular order. Whoop, that's going to make Jake way happier.
Can we talk about that instead for the show? That would be a lot better for me.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, the reaction to the Giants' loss is pretty simple. Ladd McConkey and the offensive line cost the game. I mean, the defense was not perfect, but they did more than enough to win this game. Ladd McConkey had a dropped pass on the opening drive, cost the first down. He has a block in the back, pushes the Chargers out of the red zone, they don't score. And then he runs into a guy, and it leads to an interception. I mean, it was just such a bad game from Ladd McConkey. And then this offensive line, they quit. They quit today. The thing that frustrates me the most is that a lot of these players have been with this team for so long, and yet none of them are getting better. Jamari Salyer, still not good. Daiyan Johnson, still not great. He was a first-round pick. And then we have Bradley Bozeman, year 2, still not seeing it. I mean, I understand Joe Alt goes out, but the fact that he was keeping the lights on and he goes out and it just all falls down, it's just not acceptable. 3-1. Hopefully the Chiefs lose. The game's about to start soon, but not a great look today.
Let's start with Ladd McConkey. Great time to have the worst game of your NFL career thus far. Ladd McConkey, who's Mr. Automatic must have left his juice at home because he was stuck in park all game long. That did not look like Ladd McConkey. And to his credit, at least, he owned up for it. He understood that they shot themselves in the foot so many times throughout this game, which resulted in a loss. And I fully expect Ladd McConkey to make up for that moving forward. That's just not a game you see from Ladd McConkey. Again, this is one of those just perfect storm type situations, quicksand scenarios, whatever you want to call it. When one thing goes wrong, everything goes wrong. Here's what I'll say about the offensive line. Yes, it was awful. Even with Joe Alt in there, it was awful. We talked about this on Saturday. It's one of the best defensive fronts in the entire NFL in terms of who you have on that line. And Dan, I'm sure you've seen those segments where they talk about it on Get Up to say, bad game or bad sign. I'm officially going with bad sign here because the Denver Broncos beat the shit out of this offensive line 2 weeks ago. And the New York Giants simply just amplified their game plan for what they were going to do on that defensive line. Not only did they get to Justin Herbert repeatedly, Dan, they scouted the bootleg very, very well. They did not allow Justin Herbert to get outside the pocket, to get free, to throw on the run, which he specializes in. They did not allow that. They scouted that game about as well as any defense could against Justin Herbert.
Was this Chargers team outcoached?
That's just what I was getting to. Because I'll give it half responsibility on the offensive line, and I'm going to give half of the responsibility to Greg Roman on this one, because once Joe Alt goes out, why the hell are you still having Justin Herbert throwing the ball 40 plus times in this game? When you saw what Omari and Hampton was doing on a limited number of carries to go over 100 yards rushing, which great for him. We'll obviously talk about his bright spot later in the game. But how the hell are you still having Justin Herbert just hang himself out to dry when you see what this offensive line is doing? When you know that Bradley Bozeman's coming into this game with a hurt back, you don't have Mekhi Becton, and then Joe Alt goes down, which nobody could have foreseen happening, and you're still having Justin Herbert drop back and throw in this ball 40 plus times. That is quarterback malpractice. That was an offensive coordinator that doesn't adjust to the game plan. That was a bad coached game.
Yep. There's really not much more to add to that piece. Like, the thing is, this Chargers coaching staff knew. They knew. We all knew the recipe for success, the many recipes for success, and like the two recipes that, if they are followed, will be disaster. No way could this Chargers coaching staff allow either of those two recipes to play out. And sure enough, the offensive line was injured. Okay, sure, Joe Alt gets out. Defensive front is insane for the Giants. You knew all that. And what was your plan? What was your adjustment? What will your thought process was? Let's just keep pounding our face into that when we've got a rookie running back who's going off. You look at the box score, this Chargers team only allowed 2 sacks. Justin Herbert deserves an award just for that. That could have easily been 8-10 sacks. Absolutely brutal. And honestly, the start of this game, and I actually was grateful that I kind of documented this on Twitter in real time as I was going, like how comical this horrible start was for the Chargers team throughout the game. Let me just give you this in real time. First tweet of the game, McConkey with the drop. Next tweet, you got Pipkins false start, Ladd drop, Tarheap still pass interference, an explosive play to Cam Siadbo, and Jackson Dart's running wild. You're down 7-0. Next up, Herbert, an accurate pass to Gadsden, who's wide open. Next up, Zion Johnson with a holding penalty, negates the impressive run by Hampton. Next up, Joe Alt to the sidelines with a limp. Turns out it's going to be a high ankle sprain. Next up, Tuli gets a hold. Gets a home for the sack. The Chargers hold. Justin Herbert pass gets tipped. Intercepted by the Giants' defensive line. And it just kept going. Ladd with an illegal block in the back. LOL. Like, really?
Good God.
Then it gets worse. Jackson Dart beats Derwin James 1-on-1 for the first
We
down
know
scramble.
it gets worse.
Jackson Dart scrambled again on the ensuing 3rd and 2 for the first down. Defensive pass interference on the ensuing 3rd down gives the Giants another first down. Like, literally every single thing that this Chargers team could not let happen, happened. Daniel Popper tweeted out shortly after that, Chargers have done a poor job defending the quarterback run game today, designing
No
and scrambling.
kidding.
At the time, Jackson Dart, 6 carries for 44 yards and a tutty.
Since we're on the subject of offensive line real quick, because Daniel Popper is currently live tweeting from the press conference of Jim Harbaugh. Chargers left tackle Joe Alt is getting imaging done on his right ankle today per Jim Harbaugh. Harbaugh said he does not know the severity of the injury. When asked if Alt will miss time, Harbaugh said he's working through an ankle. That's what I know, which has come to be the standard response from anything that Jim Harbaugh says. And then shortly afterwards, right guard Mekhi Becton, meanwhile, remains in the concussion protocol per Jim Harbaugh as of right now.
Wonderful. So that was the start, right? As sloppy as you can get, as disgusting as it could possibly have been. Yet, Justin Herbert, Quentin Johnston connect at the end of the half. And miraculously, this Chargers team was only down 3 with the second half to go. Like, they, through all of that, against this team, they were only down 3. Game should have been easily attainable in that second half. And yet they couldn't do it. They couldn't do it. Next voicemail, Jake. Let's get through this therapy together.
Gentlemen, what's going on? It's Raymundo from San Diego. Halftime. Quentin motherfucking Johnston. Ned Johnston.
I'm wondering if this is like right after he caught the great pass from Justin Herbert.
Oh, no. I can tell by
no?
the tone. I can tell by the tone. This is
It's
when he
gonna
dropped
shift?
that pass at the end.
Okay.
Oh my goodness. All that shit he was getting, right? And look at him now. Good God, what a game. Defense.
Ooh, I was
Oh,
wrong.
no.
Positivity. Let's
Wait.
go.
This wasn't like some voicemail that got mixed in from like last week or weeks ago, right?
No, I don't think so.
All F. And, yeah, man, we knew the first half was going to be like this. It's going to be like this to the end. Thank God for a touchdown and a half, because I was like, wow. We're about 470 kilo shots in. I'll talk to you guys later. Let's go bolt up.
Oh, God.
It gets worse.
Oh, God. I hope for his sake that he calls back and he has another one of the 13 voicemails that's on here, because, oh, shit.
Next voicemail.
So first things first, just want to give you guys a huge shout out. Our fan base is not too big, but you know, you guys hold it down week to week, pre-game, post-game, better for worse. Just want to give my outlook on the game.
This sounds positive.
No. This is going downhill in a hurry.
I think our boy Amarian, he's gonna have a game. Gadsden, he's gonna have a game. And how about
before the game? It's before the game, Dan.
Oh, is
let McConkey in
He
there,
said
John.
Omarion is going to have a game. Gadsden
Right.
is going to have a game.
Wrong.
One time. But aside from that, it was Riverside, California, you know, SoCal. Was at the game last week. I hope we get this dub in New York. All right.
Oh, no.
I hope they both call back. I hope they both call back. Oh. First of all, I appreciate anybody that calls to the hotline any point in time.
Darkness, my old friend.
But honestly, if you call pregame and something doesn't go the way that you thought it was going to go,
follow up.
Please call after the game because I know you're probably going through it. I know you're probably feeling it.
God,
And trust me, we're all collectively going through this shit together.
This is comical torture.
Man, oh man.
Real quick though, shout out to Amaria, dude. He looked
amazing,
and I wish that they could have run the rock more with him. He had the angry run of the week by far, just trucking dudes, ran away from dudes on the explosive touchdown. Rookie running back with 100+ yards, back-to-back 100+ yards from all scrimmage. Got the tutty. Like, he is the truth. He's the future, and you hope to see more of that moving forward. And thank God that they drafted him at 22 overall.
Wild to think, again, just in general, this game was never out of hand to the point where the running game gets eliminated.
Ever.
He took a bulk of the carries, which was, I don't have the stats in front of me, Dan, but what was it, like 13, I think, carries that he ended up having?
12
carries.
Averaged
and then
over 10 yards a clip.
Great performance by Amari Hampton.
And
I think
only ran twice. Only ran 12 times. What are we doing?
He also got 5 passes, I think, for 54 yards. So they got him involved in the passing game. I just don't think that they utilized him enough.
5 for 37.
Hassan Haskins and Kamani Vidal, I think, collectively between them had 3 carries. So it was the Amarian show back there. So great for him stepping up, especially a week after Najee Harris going down and really having his first 100-yard rushing plus game on the day. Unfortunately, that's just one of the few bright spots in this whole mess that was the Chargers versus the Giants.
You had a dude averaging 10 yards a clip and only saw the ball 12 times when your offensive line is in shambles. Your quarterback, who is the lifeblood of your entire team, is getting rocked constantly. Dudes are dropping balls.
I didn't.
The answer was right there. Like, it's the LeBron meme. Right there.
You know, last week against the Broncos, I felt like Greg Roman made some adjustments after halftime, that he started getting Omari and Hampton more involved in that offense. And whether that was him running the ball or involving him more in the screen game to negate the pass rush, I get it. 3-0 up until this point has been on the arm of Justin Herbert but man, you got to read the room. There was no adjustments from Greg Roman in this game. None.
It's one of those,
and
like, fool me once, shame on me. Or sorry, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. And the Chargers they went back to Houston, right? You saw what happened. You saw what happened.
Yeah.
And everyone was talking about, all right, this Giants front is just like that. No way are they going to let that happen again.
You want to know how many times New York ran the fucking football in this game? I'll give you a hint. It was over 40.
42 times.
Whether that's Jackson Dart on a design run or Cam Scattaboo that was running.
Singletary.
That's a simplified game plan that you make for a rookie to take pressure off of him.
111 yards passing. 119 if you want to count Russell Wilson's one pass. Beat you. 6 sacks. Your defense got. You still lost. Malik Neighbors had 2 receptions for 24 yards. Excuse me, 2 receptions for 20 yards. Out for the game. You lost.
Next voicemail, Dan.
Next voicemail.
Oh, woo. That was stinky.
I'm laughing so I don't cry at this point.
I saw Terry sets it up. Ooh, that was stinky.
Yeah, that smelled like poopery.
Are we still talking about the game?
Sounds like a late Taco Bell run.
Woo!
I don't really know what to say. That was a bad game. That was a bad game. I'm just going to read off some stats and we'll just let that.
God, please.
Dan already gave me that. I don't need that again, but by all means, go ahead.
The Giants had a pass rush win rate of 68%.
Yeah. Didn't give that one yet.
Highest recorded since the metric was introduced for the Giants.
2017.
Justin was pressured on 47.7% of his dropbacks,
Didn't give that one yet either.
No.
despite having a 2.63 second time to throw, which means that no one was getting open. There was a lack of separation from all of his receivers.
Pause it real quick. Which is wild considering that you were going up against the 28th ranked pass defense in the league. Continue.
Let's see. Amarian finished with 96 plus rushing yards over expected in week 4 against the Giants, the second highest mark in a game this season.
Fantastic.
This.
Just 12 carries. 12 carries. Let's think about that. 12.
I don't want to think
Trust
about this
me.
anymore.
Trust me, we've thought about it.
12. How many times did Justin throw it? Why did we not run the ball so much?
Great question.
So much. I don't know. I don't know why we didn't run it more. I can only think of one dude who calls the offense.
I feel like we just talked about this.
Bueller?
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 Be
Wonder who that
responsible
is.
for maybe making the decision to run the ball more when it's maybe working. Like maybe the O-line was a better run blocking O-line than a pass blocking O-line. I just think that it's ironic that the only two guys left standing are our worst starting O-linemen. Like it's fucking Daiyan and Bradley Bozeman. Like really?
He threw up in his mouth as he was getting those names out.
Really? That's who we got left? I mean, the game was shot. It had bad vibes once Joe Alt went down, and I kind of thought he was going to come back, but he didn't. Anyway, I don't know. I have a lot of problems. I don't know why Greg Roman didn't add more tight ends to block. Like, if you know that Justin can't drop back and throw the ball.
So many questions. So many questions. That's not a good
Then
thing.
what's the deal? Why not put in Tucker Fisk and have him block his ass off since Will Disley's out? I don't know. I'm sorry. This is a long voicemail. I really tried to make it short, but this is my makeup voicemail for when I took a Patron shot through the nose. So hopefully this one.
You should have taken another Patron shot through the nose after this game.
Should have taken 10 beforehand. You wouldn't remember it.
Thank you for reminding us who you were.
One's more coherent,
Appreciate it.
and I'm talking clearly, and I'm making somewhat of good points this time. And that's
You are making good points, but also take a shot of
as
Patron.
my brother said when I called him, he just wants to forget about it. I don't know how I'm going to forget about it. Also, I think Justin Minner has a problem with scrambling quarterbacks. This seems to be a recurring thing.
All right, I got to pause this one. We're getting a little too long here.
Lot there. It's hard to forget about. It's only Monday. Game took place yesterday. Winning is the cure for all ills, but losing just makes you forget that you ever even won a damn game.
Mm-hmm.
Extrapolate a little bit on what he said about Greg Roman, because I know we already touched on that. Dan, I said during the Denver Bronco game that it felt like a little like Jekyll and Hyde as far as his play calling, because there was some bad, and then he turned it around and he actually did some good.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't see anything good out of this. Not one.
From defense?
No, from Greg Roman.
Oh, okay.
I didn't see anything good outside of the few times that Justin Herbert actually had time to throw. You get the pass to Quentin Johnston, which was a beautiful pass, by the way, threaded it right in between both the corner and the safety. And a great catch from Quentin Johnston in that regard. But again, how do you not adapt? This isn't like Joe Alt went down in the fourth quarter. Joe Alt went down in the first quarter. And again, your offensive line was already looking like shit. Now, I won't take anything away from the Giants' defense, because again, you have to remember, this isn't like the Chargers' offensive line got demolished by the Tennessee Titans or the New Orleans Saints and their defensive lines and what they have going on there. They got demolished by one of the best fronts in the league. Say what you will about the Giants' record, talent-wise, it's still one of the best front four. And they were ready. Jesse Minter, Dan. Did Jesse Minter all of a sudden decide to steal Brandon Staley's playbook? Because that's what it looked like.
Okay, I will give him credit, though, because he adjusted. Like, his defense was not given a good hand, man. And the first 7, the first touchdown, horrendous. I'll give you that. Deserves all the flat. Like, that was awful. But after that, their offense gave them 2 possessions that were inside red zone.
I get that, Dan, but there was other situations like where Tuli got his second sack of the game, and you put him in 3rd and 12.
Oh,
That took me right back to the old adage of, oh my God, the offense has the defense right where they want them. It's 3rd and 15 or plus, and they're still going to find a way to convert this damn thing. And sure enough, Jackson
4th and 22. Remember those days?
Like, that's what it was bringing me back to. And I'm like, this is not a Jesse Minter defense.
No.
And then we already talked about all the self-inflicted mistakes that you have that kept some of those drives alive. Yeah, there was remnants of a Brandon Staley defense in there yesterday. It was bad.
Next voicemail.
Well, isn't that big load of BS? That shit would have fucking ruined my high. But anyway, besides the point.
Yeah,
it was a tough loss. Have to walk the dog again.
Did you say have to walk the dog again?
Last week he called in. He had to go walk the dog.
I now remember. Okay, got it.
Decompress. I can't wait for next week when Jaden Daniels' hamstrings just magically heal up, and also
Scary Terry.
Pass. When that happens too, it's gonna be like nothing happened. That's awesome. Yeah, that sucks. Good on. We'll say, great play by Lohi to keep us in the game. It's been a good day for Q. But my parlay didn't even hit 2. This is another thing. And this is just ass squared.
Just swinging a miss entirely for this poor guy.
Pack of ass, like some people might say. But anyway, that's the point. Boomer from South Florida. Hold up. Bye.
Oh God! So it's humid as hell while you're at too. So shit, there was nothing going right for you yesterday. I am so sorry.
That first series by the defense was brutal, absolutely brutal.
I remember Jesse Minter talking about, rookie quarterback, you're always going to have facets of the unknown, but I'm just like, it looked easy.
We all knew
easy. That ignited the entire Giants team on both sides of the football. That was exactly what Giants fans were hoping to see, and they got it. And the Giants never gave the game back. They never did.
As much as I want to, I can be frustrated about that first series, right? But the worst part about this game, again, is through all of this, that offense didn't do much. They were super inefficient.
No.
And your offense still couldn't get enough points to win that game. And he had the opportunity over and over and over again.
Giants just played a cleaner game. Too many mistakes by the Chargers collectively. 14 penalties. Dan, I didn't even know that was the final number until you said it. The last time I heard it, it was 12. I didn't know that they got to 14. When you have as many penalty yards as you do, as the opposing offense does, that's a problem.
You have as many penalty yards as the opposing offense has passing yards. What? I'm sorry. This is so... Hold on. Next voicemail.
Hi, guys. This is Mike in Missouri, formerly of Mike from San Diego.
Can't hear it. Get the symbol.
Hi, guys. This is Mike in Missouri, formerly of Mike from San Diego. Way to go, Chargers. The first installment of Chargering under the Harbaugh era.
I wouldn't say the first.
I wouldn't necessarily say it's charging because they were basically out of this game in the first 5 minutes.
They
normally they lose the game in the last 5 minutes.
Well, yes, but they were in it. But the self-inflicted, the what can go wrong will go wrong, like all that, like that was pretty. That brought back PTSD for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
But I wouldn't say that was the first one.
No,
last year had a couple.
Houston, I would say, is a charging moment. Absolutely.
Arizona.
Mm-hmm.
Tampa Bay.
Tampa Bay. In the second half, you just got your fucking ass kicked.
Complete with wide open looks for any receiver who dared to just turn around.
How many people are dropping? Like, what is happening here?
Again, I go back to it. The 28th ranked pass defense. And you're telling me this wide receiver trio that had been such a winner for you for these first 3 weeks was not letting Justin Herbert down. Ladd McConkey, who, look, I know it was a bad game for him. I don't see this as a bad trend for him. I know he's going to bounce back off of this, so I don't want to sound like I'm all doom and gloom. This is 24 hours after the loss.
It was so unfortunate, right? Like, it was just stuff that happens. You're like, you got to be kidding me.
Again, the difference here is, and this is true for any secondary, when your pass rush is good and just going through offensive lines like a knife through butter, it's going to make your secondary better. It's going to make your secondary better.
See, but this is what pains me is through all of that bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
Ladd McConkey was still wide open.
Yeah.
Dropped it.
Yes.
Wide open, dropped it. Ladd McConkey still with the ridiculous, like, blocking the back penalty. Like, unfortunate. It's ticky-tack, whatever it is. Ladd McConkey still.
It was bad.
Runs into a Rondé Gadsden, turns into an interception. Of course it does. Because of course it does. Justin Herbert throws it. Of course, the biggest dude on the field tips it and catches it and returns it.
That gave me Vince Wilfork vibes. That wasn't nice.
Like, it was just like, that was the type of game. And it was so reminiscent of the Arizona game last year, where it's like every time they were so close. Oh, Jalen Reagor, bomb cut. Oh, no. Fumble. Through all of that, this Chargers team still had 3 straight possessions. The defense gave them 3 straight possessions to win that game, and they couldn't. Greg Roman couldn't. Greg Roman couldn't give them one series where they can adjust to the pressure. One. Couldn't do it.
The epitome of let's not tackle and throw a guy forward until the end of the game, then we'll show up a little bit. Herbert looked very average, giving fuel to the he's not clutch thing.
Freaking pisses me off because all those haters are going to come back real quick, and deservedly so. Deservedly so. Look, a lot of excuses for Justin Herbert, right? You could talk about the injured offensive line. You could talk about the pass rush. You still had the ball 3 times. And how many times have you seen other quarterbacks? And I hate saying this, but how many times do you see other quarterbacks with less talent? The Mahomes, the Allens, the Burrows at times, Lamar Jackson's at times. Again, at times. They will overcome it. They'll find
a way.
They will find a way, man. You saw that first game against the Chiefs. You saw Patrick Mahomes just go God mode, only to be outdone by another God mode. But he still went God mode, literally passing plays where he's like horizontal to the field. Like,
bad game plan, even worse execution.
And also, like, Justin's a smart dude. And you're walking into this stuff. Like, I don't know what Greg Roman tells Justin. I don't know what Jim Harbaugh could tell Justin that's not like, yeah, we effed up. But also, like, Justin...
Or they have to protect their quarterback, something that they've been saying now for the last few months.
For last year. Again, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me.
Yeah.
There's a difference between what is being said and what is being done. And it's just ironic and it's sad and frustrating that the main thing that has that difference is the offensive line, which is supposed to be the tip of the spear.
Yeah, completely pathetic performance. Very, very few signs of life. Now we get Washington and everybody else. Maybe we'll play better. I don't know. At this point, it's going to take a couple more wins to convince me to get back on the train of we are a playoff team that matters. So great beginning to the season. Now, who knows what's going to happen next?
Season's over, Jake. Season is over now.
See what I told you? Winning cures all ills, but losing makes you forget you ever won a damn game. The Chargers are still 3-1, 3-0 in the division, by the way. So let's not
down a little bit. Let's settle down.
Let's not do that. Here's what I'll say, because I'm trying to find there's no moral victories obviously in this game, and I'm definitely not going to give them out. But after the first 2 weeks, there's a lot of criticism about the Chargers running game. Jim Harbaugh said we're going to fix that. It's done a complete 180, in my opinion. It just needs to get fed a lot more. I think the last 2 weeks, Omari and Hampton has picked up the ball and ran with it, no pun intended, but he has reinvigorated a run game that was non-existent in the first 2 weeks of the Chargers season.
And he's parked in the garage.
I expect, and this is even with Joe Alt out, even if you don't want to believe this, I expect Mekhi Becton to be back next week, which is still going to give you 4/5 of your starting offensive line. I don't know if the Chargers are going to elevate Foster Sorrell and have him be at the left tackle position. If you're going to move Jamari Sawyer over to left tackle, I doubt it, just considering how poorly he's playing at right guard right now. So I don't think that you change it that much. But I expect overall this game plan to be better suited for Justin Herbert. Okay.
Why?
Because we've seen these moments from the Chargers last year. You mentioned the game of the Arizona Cardinals. Okay, first of all, personnel-wise, you can't do anything, all right? Everybody needs to get out of their mind in terms of you can't anticipate the loss of Rashawn Slater and Joe Alt. You just can't. I'm with everybody on the boat to say that the Chargers should have done more to reinforce this offensive line. I'm with you. You went into this training camp teasing the fact that Zion Johnson may be the starting center. And if it wasn't going to be him, it was going to be Bradley Bozeman. I didn't think that was the right thing to do. But I will say this. The first 2 weeks, the offensive line was a strength for this team. The Denver Broncos came in and wrecked shop on your offensive line. And the Giants took that blueprint and they absolutely elevated it. And they scouted it. And they were ready for it. But I believe that after a game like this, when you see that Justin Herbert has been pressured 46 times in the last 2 weeks, which is just fucking insane, you have to re-scheme and protect Justin Herbert. And how do you do that? A, you run the football. B, you add a little bit more screens into it. You have Justin Herbert not taking 5 to 7 step drops. Get the ball out faster because you're going to have to. You're going to have to do it. So I'm not going to give any passes from the coaches on this game. It was a poor game plan going in, and you didn't adapt to it. So you get shit from me as far as positives for this Giants game. But I've seen them make some corrections in the past when it's come to this. So I'm not ready to give up on Jim Harbaugh after the first loss of the 2025 season, nor am I willing to give up on Greg Roman or Jesse Minter. I'm not going to go that far and be that doom and gloom about it. I'll give criticism where it's due, and they get 100% of the criticism yesterday. Fix it.
Yep. All right, so Jake, here's the sequence. Third quarter starts off for this Chargers team. Not great. 6 plays. And I think that's when J.K. Scott bombs it, like 60 yards, tack on the holding penalty in the return, backed up to their own 7. Giants have the ball. Defense forces an immediate 3 and out. Giants get a punt off, which goes like, was it 70 yards? The guy bombed it, right?
Huge. Chargers
offense with the ball, chance to take the lead. Guess what happens?
We know what happens.
Guess what happens then, folks?
We know what happens.
Yeah, Chargers are down 3 at this point. 3 plays later, interception. Intercepted after the tip. Chargers still down 3 until that play. Then 2 plays later, touchdown. 3-yard drive, by the way. Okay. Chargers respond. They got life. 21-16.
11 points off turnovers. That's what you spotted them.
Then 2-point conversion. Gotten. Again, your defense stopped 2-point conversion, right? Like your defense is doing it. Then fourth quarter comes. 7 plays, 21 yards, punt by that Giants offense. Complimentary football, right? Nope. 3 plays, 8 yards, punt. Chargers still down 3. Giants go down again. 10 plays, almost 6 minutes of clock. Turnover on down the goal line. Chargers defense holds again. Chargers offense get the ball back again, down just 3. 7 plays, 26 yards, punt. Chargers defense again holds 6 plays, 21 yards. Gets the ball back to the Chargers offense, this time with very little time. 2 plays later, game over. So say what you will about the defense, right? Like I will own the first series was brutal. But I can't put that loss on the defense. I'm sorry. You gave up 1 big scoring drive. The rest, all right, so you gave up 7 points.
I get it. 2 of the scoring drives, you had about 20 yards to go for the Giants offense.
You held them to nothing on a 4th and goal. Like you bowed up and you did what you're supposed to do for the majority of that game. The offense did not.
It was just too many self-inflicted mistakes, Dan.
Totally. Of
course. That kept drives alive. That pissed me off.
Yeah, it was scrambling a dart. It was like Derwin gets beat. Of course, Derwin gets beat. Then Derwin gets it again, and then it's a defensive pass interference.
Yes, which doesn't happen. And it's like, this is coming off of Tuli, who, has a fantastic fucking game for himself as far as
sacks.
As much criticism that was being thrown out at Tuli over the first 4 weeks, he comes up with a 4-sack game.
And they lost. 323 902 7586. Next voicemail.
So, definitely gonna lie. We look like dog crap on that game. I think looking at it, it does come down to ultimately the O-line was terrible. I think now the only issue is that it has been really since the Texans game. I think we're still giving up too much pressure. I know with Slater and all going down that makes a big difference, but I also wonder if scheme has something to do with it.
Scheme has a lot to do with it.
We're still talking about this.
Mm-hmm.
We all thought happened in Houston. And again, you can't prepare for losing Alt and Slater. I get all that. But once you get to this point, you got to be like, there's no way we're letting that happen again.
No.
Even
but
if
also,
they just ran it 30 times and still lost.
But also, Dan, and I'll go into more of this after the voicemail's finished, but you're not going to, right now, you're not going to be able to make a trade for a starting caliber offensive lineman that is going to shore up the left or the right side of the field. You're just not going to find that at this point. So you have to make do with what you've got. I know that that's just a stupid and lame thing to say, but that's the reality of where they are right now. So coach them up. Get them ready.
That's why you're getting paid the big bucks. Coach them up. Chargers lose 21-18. Absolutely disgusting.
I do expect Joe Ortiz to make a move for an offensive lineman. Does it mean that it's going to be someone that's going to come in and start this week against Washington? No.
I mean, they have to make a move.
Yes, they have to make it. They have to make a move, but it's not going to be the move that many people would say, like, oh, okay, now that Joe Alt is gone, who's Joe Ortiz going to trade for to plug up the left side? No, it's not going to be like that. it's not going to be someone of that caliber. Because, yes,
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
good offensive linemen are not going to be on the trading block, number one. Number two, I don't think there's any point that we're not quite at the point of the season where certain coaches or franchises are going to mail it in yet to be open to it. Now, I know everybody's pissed because Cam Robinson literally got traded from the Texans to the Cleveland Browns earlier this morning.
Thibodeau was right there for the Giants.
I mean, could be worse. The Texans showed that they definitely did not care about offensive linemen going all the way back to free agency and what they were doing. Could be worse, believe it or not. And yeah, then Thibodeau ain't making that jet ride back with the Chargers. I said you got to win the game first. That ain't happening right now. So, again, I don't have any inkling to know who's going to be walking through that door. But right now, the best way that you could assume that the Chargers are going to move forward, at least for the Washington game, is probably Foster Sorrell is going to take over the left tackle spot. Hard to get any worse than what you had at the left tackle spot after Joe Alt went down.
Left tackle.
That's
about as far as they took it to the defense for the Giants.
The left tackle allows tickles to Justin Herbert every single play, which pretty much rings true for this Giants game.
So, definitely not gonna lie, we look like dog crap.
We should just run that. Just snip that clip right there. And then every time that the Chargers lose for the remainder of the season, just let him do the talking with that short little audio clip right there. We look like dog crap.
Oh, God, this hurts. Man, I just...
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Over or under 4.5. How many more times do you play that fucking
So, definitely not gonna lie, we look like
you can play this
dog
one all day
crap.
because it's true. Yes, you can play that all damn day because it's true. Next voicemail, Dan.
Yeah, Jake, Dan, Fort Collins Bolt.
Let's snip that clip.
Freaking ridiculous. You know what? I don't want to hear any of this BS trap game stuff.
Dan Wolkenstein.
The strength of the Giants was their D-line.
Yes.
And Scadaboo's decent, but crappy game plan on both sides. And can the Tyler Conklin experiment, can he just ride his tricycle home? Ridiculous. He can't even perform a pick play, which created an interception, and all the momentum gone. The 1% momentum we had in that entire game. Anyways, hopefully Daniels isn't healthy for next week. I wish him well. He seems like a good dude, but unbelievable. Time to regroup. I'd rather stay under the radar anyway. Thanks for all the podcasts and videos, guys. Both the F up.
Appreciate you calling, honestly. This is group therapy for everyone. We're all going through it. And even if we may have some moments where we disagree about certain perspectives, we're all Charger fans at the end of the day. All right? So this isn't about being right or wrong or I told you so or anything like this. The Chargers had a shitty fucking game yesterday. There's no two ways around it. And we're not going to come here and try to blow sunshine up anybody's ass because it's not warranted today. There is no silver linings playbook on this Monday. Fuck no. I will not do that. But I will say this. I will say that as bad as we feel right now, that locker room feels fucking worse. I guarantee you that they know what they did wrong yesterday. But it is on them to correct it. This is what you go out and you get this coaching staff for. This is what you have Justin Herbert for. This is what you have some of those guys in the locker room for. We can scream and bitch all day about guys that we don't want on this roster anymore and that they're just causing negative plays or that they're useless people, whatnot. That's not what it's about. It's a competitive game. You went up against a very, very tough defensive line for the last 2 weeks straight. Your offensive line has gotten dragged by their ass. And now you're in a situation where you have a big time challenge to overcome. Partly because maybe there wasn't enough reinforcements to it. But all that being considered, the first 2 weeks of this season, your offensive line was a strength. You have to learn how to adapt. Quarterbacks have done it all the time when their offensive line goes down. Figure it out.
The leading pass catcher for the Giants yesterday had 44 yards.
Who was it?
Darius
was it Wandell?
Slayton.
Fuck. Fuck. That's all I'm going to say for that.
Oh, Jackson Dart had 2 less rushes than Omarion Hampton in that game. Make it make sense. Next voicemail.
Jake, Dan, what is up, guys? I know I called in late. It's 3:23 right now in the West Coast over here.
Oh, you're not late, sir.
Stuff, watching that game. Very sucks, disappointing that we lost, and didn't really feel like a close game to me, but thank God we lost by 3 points. 14 penalties. That's unacceptable. That's not really good to hear. But other than that,
a Jim Harbaugh football team had 14 penalties.
Yeah, again, it's an anomaly.
Yeah,
and so that's not a regular occurrence for this team to do.
So I guess, I'll play this through and then we'll ask my question.
Like I said, if I don't know if I told you guys last week or yesterday, the day before, but this O-line, man, this is very frustrating, seeing that happening. This O-line, I can't believe that Jackson Dart got more sacks than Herbert, which is surprising. But, right now, us Chargers fans, we've been clamoring, Joe Ortiz, do something, drafted O-line stuff, he never did. And he instead drafted wide receiver, which I get, but if you're going to draft wide receivers, they got to bring a production. And it looks like that dude number 84, I can't remember his name, I'm a lot of losing in my head, but yeah.
KLS.
Yeah, he's not producing anything. And Trey Harris, what's happening? So I get it, but at the same time, it's really frustrating. His whole line's not, we have the same old line designs. Johnson.
All right, I'm gonna end this. It's going long. Okay, look, I get it, right? I'm not gonna question what they focused on in the draft. Honestly, I like their draft selection. I like the way they did it. At the end of the day, you can't predict that your 2 all-pro caliber tackles go out. Could they have gotten another tackle or guard in the draft or free agency? Yes. Yep. But KLS was a shining star in camp and preseason. Trey Harris has the makings to be a dude. Aronde Gadsden, stud. I'm good with it. Jamar Caldwell, chilling. Omarion Hampton, not trading that one away. So, what are you going to do? Get a different 6th round pick? Maybe? Come on.
Reminder, through the first 3 weeks of the season,
let's pump
Keenan Allen, Quentin Johnston, and Ladd McConkey have shown up tremendously for Justin Herbert through the first 3 weeks. And outside of Quentin Johnston's great touchdown catch from Justin Herbert's throw, they didn't show up. Why? Because when you have a front 4 the way that the New York Giants did, and when you continuously win with 4 the way that the New York Giants did, you can continue to drop back 7 in coverage every damn time, and nobody's getting open. And we're talking against the 28th ranked pass defense. Now, all things considered, a lot of that was self-inflicted mistakes in terms of why certain drives were not able to be sustained. And Justin Herbert is running for his life. So I do not think it's a wide receiver issue. Definitely not, because those top 3 have produced very well for you for the first 3 weeks. But I will agree on offensive line reinforcements.
So I guess my question then becomes, take a step back for a second, right? The shit still stinks. I get it. But what are we, in perspective, what are we going to decide to compartmentalize that game as? Is that going to be the just chalk it up to just bad day in the office, go back to bed, rest up, pick yourself up by the bootstraps, rebound next week? Is that the admiration? Is that reality.
I want it to be that.
Yeah.
I want it to be that, Dan. But as I said earlier in the show, when you have watched what this offensive line has gone through over these past 2 weeks, and now you just lose Joe Alt for at least 4 weeks. Like I said, is it a bad game or is it a bad sign? In the big picture of things, I'm going to say it's a bad game because there were more problems than just the offensive line yesterday.
I agree.
But as it relates to the offensive line in general, that could be a bad sign because
what have they shown us?
Opposing defensive coordinators can take the last 2 weeks of tape from the Denver Broncos and the New York Giants and figure out how to get to Justin Herbert.
And again, like, to put it in perspective, so many things went wrong at the same time in that game. Like, if the receivers don't drop the balls and that offensive line is trash like it was, they would have won that game. If the defense doesn't do a poor job of containing Jackson Dart and the offensive line is trash, they still win that game. If Omarion Hampton gets more carries than that, they probably still would have won that game.
You at least take a little bit of the pressure off Justin Herbert.
There were so many ways they could have won that game. They just refused. Like, they collectively shat the bed.
Yeah.
End of the game. Skip to that. Like, I don't know why Tarheeb still is back there returning punts.
Don't do that.
J.K. Scott shanks it at the end of the game. Tarheeb still at the end. What are you doing returning that? Just give your offense time. Took you like 8 seconds on that return. Again, collectively, like, everything went wrong, it seemed.
It was after the Dexter Lawrence interception, Dan, if I remember the timeline correctly. You tweeted out just like jokingly saying, it's like, well, complimentary football, I guess. And you know what? It was complimentary football because fails were being given out all around the goddamn field yesterday. You get a fail, you get a fail, you get a fail, you get a drop, you get an interception, you miss a tackle.
And that's what was frustrating to me was like, and you see the complete meltdown from fans. And I understand the frustration and it's sad and it's infuriating. Like, I get it. You could talk about the injuries, the offensive, but here's the thing. And I said it at the top, and I tweeted this earlier too. Greg Roman, Justin Herbert, and Jim Harbaugh knew that containing Jackson Dart and figuring out a way to keep that pass rush at bay were the keys to success. Those were the paths to failure. That and Scatabo were the only ways they were going to win that game. They knew it going into week 1, and it still happened.
I don't think that Jackson Dart did anything like huge, miraculous to put the team on his shoulders to go win that game. I mean, again, I'm not trying to take away credit from him because he did what he needed to do.
Yep.
But his coach also had a very good game plan that supported him going into his first start against one of the better defenses in the league.
He and they were set up for success. They lost Malik Neighbors.
Yeah.
Like, they got excuses too. They coached them up and put them in a position to succeed. And the sad truth is the Chargers coaching staff did not. Greg Roman and Jim Harbaugh did not. And then you hear at the podium afterwards, oh, he's getting hit too much.
No shit.
What are you going to do about it?
Do something about it.
What are we doing? Next voicemail.
What's going on, guys? This is John. Man, what an absolute complete meltdown.
Yep.
Like, from top to bottom, outside of Hampton, QJ, and Tuli, everybody else just crapped the bed today. Absolutely despicable.
Dog crap.
Dog
crap.
Probably the worst loss of the Harbaugh era.
It's up there.
I'd say so.
And just absolutely disgusting loss. That part of me wants to hit the panic button and throw the whole season away. And
oh, he's hovering. He is hovering over that panic button right now.
Don't look again. Don't do this because of one loss. You want to do this after the next 2 weeks. If the Chargers happen to be 500 in 2 weeks, then by all means, I'll give you that one.
Another part of me thinks it'll get better, but I don't know, man. It's hard to look on the bright side after this.
This week is a show me week.
Yes. Did you fix certain things? Did you fix aspects of your offensive game plan?
Like Jim Harbaugh says, how do you respond?
Yes. You have to respond from scheming as well. You want to stop Justin Herbert getting hit so many fucking times?
Look in the mirror.
You don't have any offensive linemen to protect him, so what are you going to do about it?
What else can you do? Like,
figure it out.
That reality is not changing.
Yes.
So control the controllables. What can you do?
Again, coaching-wise, I don't think the Chargers could ask for, and we've seen this because we've lived through different coaches, all right? Yeah. Especially in the Justin Herbert era. I have more confidence in Jim Harbaugh to turn this situation around. But as Dan said, you got to show me first. There is no silver linings with this. You got to flush it, and we're not going to collectively feel better until that 3 turns into a 4 in the win column. You just hope that the 3 doesn't turn into a 4 by the time that the Chargers happen to be like 4-7. So you got to get right back to work with this.
I'm treating this as a collective bad day in the office.
Yeah.
I'm treating this as just a bad day. Flush
Collectively, you can say that.
And like, not many people could say they had a good day. The caller said it. There were 3 dudes who can probably say they had a great day. Otherwise,
it's not good.
Not great, Bob. Let's continue.
No.
This game and think we're going to win the rest of the games for the season. If we go in the next week and we don't have any new linemen playing on the team, no trades or nothing, then this team doesn't care about Herbert at all.
Again, they're not walking through that door.
Going into week 5, I get what he's saying. And he's not wrong in terms of getting some reinforcement, but that time has passed. It's passed. So you have to make the best of what you have because you can never anticipate the injuries to Rashawn Slater, Joe Alt, Mekhi Becton. You should get Mekhi Becton back for this week, even though, as Daniel Popper reported earlier today, that he's still in concussion protocol. But I would still expect him back in the lineup. But in terms of trading, again, it always takes 2 people to trade. If you're talking about trading for a left tackle, which good ones, they don't hang on trees.
Nope. And just real quick, 2 minutes ago, Ian Rappaport, MRI confirmed it is a high ankle sprain for Joe Alt. They'll see various opinions to determine how long he's out, but expected to be several weeks.
Thankfully, it's just that. It could have been worse. Thankfully, it's just that. But like I said, you're not getting a franchise left tackle traded from one team to yours and expect it to come in and plug the hole. It's just not going to happen.
You'd be lucky to get a below average starter.
Yeah. So
at best.
Short answer, do I expect Joe Ortiz to make a trade or bring in some reinforcements to the offensive line? Yes, I do. Is it going to be what everybody wants? No, it is not. So I wouldn't get my hopes up if it was me. Just reading the field of what's out there, whether we're talking free agents or trade-wise, I'm not expecting some huge name to all of a sudden come to the Chargers.
No, me neither.
Lastly, sorry. I know I left a fat voicemail.
The voicemail's still down again?
Justin Herbert is Harry Potter.
There we go.
He has an enormous amount of trauma since entering the league. Every single person he's known, that he has known, has died.
Here we go. This is a great comparison. I can't wait to hear the rest of this.
Like he has been fired or whatever. His O-linemen, his protectors, his family, they all died. They get hurt. They never come back. They do come back, but then they get hurt again. I don't know how he does it. I don't know how he gets up every morning and says, I'm so excited to play for this team that will eventually be that will block like shredded cheese. So that's it. He's Harry Potter. There's so many examples, but I'm not going to take any longer.
He lost Sirius Black
before the season even started in Rashawn Slater, and you just lost Hagrid. You just lost Joe Alt.
Professor Snape is just sitting there staring at you dead in the face.
Dude. What a great analogy. Justin Herbert is Harry Potter.
This sucks.
Okay,
So,
Dan, hang on.
definitely
Just
gonna
pause
lie.
for a second.
We look like dog crap.
Yes, that's exactly what I was going to tell you to do. Now you're going to splice these two voicemails together.
This sucks.
Yes, one after the other.
So, definitely gonna lie. We look like dog crap on that.
I don't know
This
what's my favorite. I don't know what's my favorite anymore today. This one's got a. I'm
So,
waiting to hear the rest of this.
Definitely gonna lie. We look like dog crap
Damn.
on that.
Cue the next one.
This sucks.
There's so much oomph behind that. Oh, is there any more, or is that
Yes,
it?
yes, there's more.
Okay, okay, let's hear it.
And the and the.
Absolutely sucks. But you know what? I'm deciding.
What is he deciding? What's your guess?
He said, "You know what? I'm deciding." It sounds. I don't know if he's gonna turn the other cheek. Look on the bright side.
Okay, the Killers.
Hopefully hopefully seeing the silver linings and things. It's a long season, whatever.
So you're going positive. You're going optimist.
I'm gearing how he set that up.
Okay,
that's how I'm feeling. Let's
be optimistic.
Hey, we got some optimism here on Chargers Unleashed. After one of the shittiest losses I've ever seen in my life, we've got some optimism. We have life, folks.
We are here.
Do not call the COD. There is still a heartbeat.
Because as a Chargers fan, we've been through ups and downs.
Lots of downs.
But let's be real.
Let's be real.
Oh no!
What?
Oh no! Did he take a reverse? Did he
We have to
U-turn it?
recognize the potential of this team.
Ooh.
Does anyone realize a Super Bowl is not won in week 4 of the season?
No, turn me up. Here we go.
He just did a U-turn and then another U-turn. He's just doing circles right now until he finds that direction.
He's a NASCAR driver, just left turn after
Left turns all
turn.
day. Eventually, I'm going to go into the pit.
I wonder what's going to happen next.
This is like one of those choose your own adventure type books where you're like, oh, do I want to follow the monster down the road? No, I'm going to go down the dark hallway with the spider webs. Did I make the right choice?
Attrition is necessary to overcome the hurdles of the playoffs.
Yes. This guy should get with the absolutely not, by the way. Yeah. This guy should get with the dude who does the, Chargers narration and
Prayer
calls
readings.
into us. Yes, and calls into the Chargers Unleashed hotline every once in a while. These two need to get together.
Let's do this. Let's regroup. Greg Roman.
What are you going to say to Greg Roman?
Something in the paraphrase
Start running the
fix your
ball some
shit.
more.
Okay.
I know Herbert wants to get to the Hall of Fame. I know that's what Harbaugh wants. But let's unleash Omari and Hampton. Let's make him the best running back in the league.
Say it again. I'm hitting this table so hard my camera is shaking. I can't hit it any harder, otherwise it's going to fall off.
We needed that last voicemail.
Yeah.
All right. I understand we're all in our...
Okay, I got it, Dan. You got to take the all right, splice it with this sucks, and then splice it with we played like dog crap. You got to splice all three of them now.
This is too far.
Man.
I can't with this. This is too good. This is too good. Okay,
Our
continue.
feels right now. I understand we're all upset.
Do
we
you?
should have steamrolled the Giants.
Should we?
I wonder, is he going to do what the last caller did and try to like turn this around into optimism?
today.
Let's find out. Let's find out.
But let's look at the positives.
Oh,
there is life. There is life. There is
Martin
hope,
Ham-
as Dan likes to talk about. There's holium out there, Dan.
we have risen.
Holy shit.
It's like the phoenix from the ashes.
I'm not sure if you ordered these voicemails like this, but God damn it, by hook or by crook, we are trying our best to end on a positive note. And it's not even us. I have nothing positive to say today. It is all you.
Quentin Johnston is having a breakout season. Tuli Tuipulotu. 3 sacks on the day. He is emerging. Guys, in my opinion, I think this is the best case scenario.
Oh boy.
Do tell.
This team needed this humbling.
I'll bite.
We needed it early in the year. Because now, this is not only going to show the players, but it's going to show the coaching staff that we need to step up in all aspects. Let's be real. We should have been giving that ball to Amari and Hampton more in this game. But we didn't.
But we did not. Nevertheless, they did not.
Against all odds, we didn't do it.
But let's move forward.
Against all odds, we didn't.
Against all odds, we didn't do it.
We are still first in the AFC West.
We didn't weather the storm. We didn't rise above.
Competitors did not walk through that door.
We didn't rise above.
Yes, the Chiefs won today.
Didn't
Who
right the
cares?
ship.
The Chargers still in first. We are
better yesterday than we are today. Hopefully better tomorrow than we are today.
This guy needs to talk to more Chargers fans today because fucking people need it.
playing the Colts next week.
No, we're not.
We're not playing the Colts next week. But it's okay. It's okay. Just
you're on a good one.
Yes, that's going to be a tough game, but we can win that game. Let's.
We're playing the Colts.
We can win. We can beat the Colts. I have confidence that we can beat the Colts.
Just like we can beat the Giants.
Let's regroup. Let's come back together.
Absolutely with you.
And let's be honest. Did anyone honestly expect the Chargers, after our history of going undefeated? No. But that's okay.
I will say.
Athir probably did. Athir definitely probably thought about it. He was expecting a 40 burger and Justin Herbert going 4,000 yards and 4 tutties in this game.
I will say again, macro 3-1.
Yes.
Love it.
We got it early. Let's turn it around and make it happen.
I'm with you.
I'm still on the bandwagon. Herbert, MVP. This Chargers team is something special, and they are going to do something special this season.
Turn us up.
Did this as a wake-up call. Get off our high horse, and let's go win this division.
Get the fuck up and do something with your life. Don't let your dreams be dreams. Just do it.
Last voicemail, Jake. Last voicemail.
I love this. These last 2 voicemails have totally changed my perception around.
Dad!
Oh, here we go.
If you got something, I don't hear it yet.
Dan, Jay.
Oh boy. Offline, Dan and I have been waiting for this one.
Oh, I cannot wait for this one.
Let's hear it.
I can't wait for this one. This is gonna be good.
I know everybody is going crazy. I know everybody is losing their mind. I know everybody is giving up already on this team.
You've heard it already.
The Chargers won. They went 4-0.
Right? No.
Athir is always right. How dare I question Jim Harbaugh and their ability to go undefeated? What am I thinking?
I'm not concerned at all.
I will say this about it here. Even though he comes on this show and makes some outrageous, sometimes, predictions, like as I mentioned earlier, he came in with a voicemail on Saturday's show predicting that the Chargers were going to steamroll the New York Giants, hang up a 40 burger. Justin Herbert's going to throw for 4,000 yards, 4 touchdowns. And even after watching that mess, I got to give it to him here. He's still on the positive side.
I'm not worried. All good teams lose a bad game. It has happened in the year past. They're going to be fine. They're going to bounce back Sunday against the Commanders.
At least they're playing the right team.
But I am calling for Ben Herbert's job.
There we are. The first mention of Ben Herbert. Okay.
Ben Herbert has to get fired. He's a trash. I don't want him anymore. I'm done with Ben Herbert. He has to go. Thank you.
Okay. Ben Herbert. Was Ben Herbert responsible for Rashawn Slater taking a step back during training camp practice and dislocating his patella? No, he wasn't responsible for that. Was he responsible for Najee Harris putting his weight on his Achilles tendon before it went out last week? No, he wasn't.
Or the fireworks incident.
He wasn't responsible for what happened to Joe Alt yesterday. Okay.
Junior Colson.
It's football. I will say this. Does anybody remember the Chargers' former strength and conditioning coach? Because I don't. It could be worse, all things considered.
I credit Athir for calling it after that.
Yeah.
I would have probably crawled into a hole.
And I appreciate his positive outlook. But look, I don't care who you got as your strength and conditioning coach. You just what are you going to do for those 3 injuries that I just named off? What are you going to do? Tell Zion, hey, the next time you block somebody, don't block him into Joe Alt. Yeah, I'm sure he can. He's capable of that, and I'm sure that's Ben Herbert's fault.
I needed this. I actually feel much better.
To think that the last 3 callers that were in succession of one another
turned us around.
All had optimistic points of view. You talk about it, you flush it, you move forward, and you hope that the Chargers get back in the win column on Sunday. It's about the best that we can all do. It's just God. Jeez. It's just getting to Sunday that's going to feel like eternity before we can get the opportunity to actually flush it.
Definitely gonna lie. We look like dog crap.
I'm telling you, Dan, you need to splice those 3 colors. The all right, the this sucks, and then the we play like dog crap. That'll be the reoccurring soundbite that will play every single time that the Chargers go down or have an embarrassing performance.
Man.
And right on cue, Dan Wolkenstein is going to send us home. Yeah.
We made it, folks. 21-18. The Chargers team just lost to the New York Giants.
Shit.
But we got turned around. Next up, Sunday, Indianapolis Colts.
Possibly the Washington Commanders.
Oh man, thank you to everyone who called into the hotline. Look, I know everyone of the fans
Keep
of the
doing
team. Keep doing it. We are here through
Keep doing
thick
it.
and thin, through the
We're
positive
going
and
through the same thing.
the negative. We are in this together. I needed this. Full circle. I needed
Same.
this.
Same.
I felt like dog doo-doo until these last 3 calls. God.
That's a lot better after those last 3 calls.
323-902-7586.
Forgot what the hell we were talking about.
Jake, this was fun. Any parting words before we get out of here?
No.
Me neither. All right, cool.
Do what you need to do to get this team ready for Sunday. You're at home. Go out, get a win, get back in the win column, and get whatever bad juju that you put yourself through, coach and player alike, out of your system.
Show us. At this point, it's a show me game. Who are you? We'll see. We'll talk about this upcoming weekends, the Commanders, later on. But until then, for Jake, I'm Dan. This is Chargers Unleashed. We'll talk to you next time on Chargers Unleashed.